Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And already we're underway here. Drogba! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And the keeper beats it away. Backward it goes. Pedri! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Isco. He's the one with the magic feet, Peter. He's the kind of player who can change a game with a single touch, unlocking a defence or creating space to get a shot away. I'm assuming that he's been tasked with being the creator-in-chief here, and you can see him picking out runners and setting up people in that final third.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Neither of these two want to come off second best. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And they've got a throw. Pedri. It's Salah! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nathan did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Can he get onto this? Anthony! Ah, such a clever touch. Pablo Fornals. Now it's Anthony. Anthony crosses. Alexander-Arnold is there and he can get that clear. Now it's Drogba. And it's Beckham. Nuno Mendes. Drogba! He scored! There is the breakthrough!
Number 21, Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Gets into some space. It's out for a goal kick. Beckham. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Ricardo Rodriguez. And it's Isco. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's half-time here. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
On the evidence of what we've seen, there were their lead. There was genuine intensity and and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Lovely bit of skill. Anthony tries a cross. Can he put it away? They want to be quick to recover this. Drogba. It's Pedri. Alexander-Arnold. No, that's been intercepted. Isco. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Pablo Fornals. Now it's Isco. Mohamed Salah.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
The attendance for this match was
It's Beckham.
70,987.
So nearly the perfect ball.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again, and the finish! Oh, taken with style! And with that goal comes comfort! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
It's a simple game. The striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Ricardo Rodriguez. Beckham. Just about up to 75 minutes. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Nuno Mendes. Chip through, chips it through. Mohamed Salah finds himself offside.
Substitution in progress.
Lo Celso and Ricardo Rodriguez. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Isco. 5 minutes left on the clock. Bartra cuts it out. Nathan. Shifted upfield, and it's Isco. Elise.
3 minutes added time.
That's a nicely measured pass. Ricardo Rodriguez. So that's it. It is all over. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round.
I'm afraid
Drogba
to tell you that
taking in
we're
the
expecting
accolades,
traffic
having
to
been
be
named
heavy
man
after
of the
final
match,
whistle today.
and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here
Hello,
on a
everybody,
beautiful,
and
clear
welcome
evening.
to today's
The conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have a decent chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Beckham. Bastoni gets it away. Elise. And the counter is on. Pedri finds himself offside. Oh, that's well spotted. Still goalless at the moment. Out of play for a throw. Nuno Mendes. And Upamecano. Alexander-Arnold. Mohamed Salah will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Chance! And again! Well, they can break here. Vigo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Shot could be on. Marcos Alonso clears. Fiddles it through. And he's straight offside. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And it's Beckham. He's going for goal! Wonderful!
Well, I'm happy to admit that I didn't really see that coming, but I'm very glad it did, and you can only eulogise about such excellence. The finish was imperious, the player immense.
Goal!
Look, there
After
just wasn't much of a
45
gap to
minutes
begin
is
with, and to find it, I think
number
it was a
22,
fine drive, and I
Olise.
don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to
indicated.
scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been
Hello
just
everybody,
one
and
telling
quick announcement
moment.
now. We
It
would
is
like to
still
ask you
very
all to
tight
kindly
here.
stay
The
seated
game
during the
still
match.
up for
Thank
grabs.
you for your cooperation.
And the half-time score, 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Mendes gets into some space, climbs up big! Cleared without complication. Gently done.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
This time, surely! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bastoni makes the interception. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Look, if they want to shut down the threat, he's a very good place to start.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Olise. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. He's had it taken off him.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Beckham. Defending of the desperate... Oh, he's been caught on it here!
Substitution on the field. Number 12, number 28, number 23. Coming on the field, number 11.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well
Number
stopped.
10.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Number 32.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
That's a lovely, neat pass.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Beckham. And here's Drogba.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
He won't be happy with that one. And that will be it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Hello everybody,
Olise
and this is a
claiming
quick
the Man of the
reminder
Match
to let you
award,
know that you'll
and
be
there
able to
is
catch
very
today's
little room
match
for argument.
broadcast live on our club's FM station.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He's found the way through. It's Salah! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too.
Quarter of an hour played. And it's Drogba. He's looking to set free a runner. That has been knocked clear. Well, there's the clearance. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Mohamed Salah. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's being shifted off it. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's fabulous. He can run onto that. A lot of space ahead of him. Goes to finish! He's delivered all right! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Number 11, Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Olise, he's shifting through the gears here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Pedri crosses. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now he's off and running.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pedri, oh, good-looking ball. And the half-time whistle goes. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading 1-0 at the break. That's the start of another 45 minutes.
A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
And the shot! Missed by a fraction. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Salah. Mohamed Salah going face-to-face with his great rival. Beckham. Olise purring through the gears. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Drogba deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And that has left him in a heap. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. And here's Beckham. Drogba. Now it's Drogba. Drogba! He's done very well to get to that.
Drogba actually didn't do an awful lot wrong,
The
to be honest.
attendance for this match was 72,306.
Rodri. And it's Salah. Driving on and making good progress. Tries a shot! He scores! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
5 minutes is number 21, Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba. Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Played out to the left flank. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nice sequence of passes, this. Drogba. And it's Salah. Could move up a gear here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Can he finish? Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Olise. 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 Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel. A case now of complete control. Beckham. Nuno Mendes. Olise. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Rodri. Olise. Can he spark a counter here? Wriggles his way through. Oh, good ball, and this looks... He's had a shot! It's there! Comfort Yet more comfort, easing away.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substitution on the field, number 22.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He's picked his way through. He's had a hit! And that is faded wide.
Substitution on the field, number 21, Didier
So there's
Drogba.
going to be another change here.
Coming on the
Drogba
field
taking his
is
leave here, having got
number
himself on the
18,
score sheet.
Mbappe.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creep.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific, the other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw.
Pay a visit to our official store where
Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and
The
welcome
conditions
to today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. That's a throw. Looking for a... Can he finish? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also...
He's having a go! That was superb goalkeeping!
really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
De Ligt.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And here's Mohamed Salah, driving through the middle. It's Salah! And he nearly went all the way.
Mohamed Salah can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Shot a goal! And now a sudden chance to counter. Karika Baru. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Well played and well cleared.
Olise. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vencedor. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Has a look and plays it forward. And he's there to clear it. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal. They're certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. Here we go again then. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Can he finish? They want to be quick to recover this. Drogba. Can he put it away? And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
The goal scorer after 51 minutes.
His position was perfect,
number 10,
the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
So we have the first goal.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Pedri.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
898.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Beckham, over to the left. And they've got rid. He's gone forward. Vencedor.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he's forced to go back. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's a mighty effort! No, not the best of headers.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Substitution on the field. Number 11. Number
Santander
22.
choosing to
Number
make the first
10.
change.
Coming on the field. Number 16. Number 30. Number 20.
One 0 as we head towards the end. Interesting. He's had a hit! And he's heaved it away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He rises! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Drogba. Out to the left it goes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Heads it! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Mohamed Salah taking in the
Just a quick
accolades,
announcement,
having been named
an
man of the
exciting one
match,
too. We're about
and
to announce
deservedly
today's
so.
lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if
So
you have
what do
a
you
ticket.
take away from it all, Jim?
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a
Hello,
beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, tries a shot! And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press.
Decent hit! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
11 minutes is number 6, Petri. Petri. Petri.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Valverde.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Mohamed Salah is in a really good position out wide. Tchouameni. Here's Tchouameni. Vinicius Junior. And he's on his way! Bastoni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Rudiger with the clearance. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Tchouameni. Rodrigo. Olise. That's really well manoeuvred. Real chance! They've done it! And with that goal comes comfort.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
After 37 minutes is number 10, Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Drogba. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Beckham. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he cuts out the supply. Beckham. Elise.
There will be 1 minute added
And
time.
here's Drogba. Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's really put himself on the line here. And he's taking no chances there. And we hit half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither
And
from
if you
here
do
when
have
they
a
can
chance today,
repeat their
please
first
take some
half
time out
success
to
with
give your support to
another
our
show of
Better
strength?
Stadium Fund.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. Here we go again. No reported change to either side during the break. Bellingham. And it's Lucas Vazquez. Oh, sweet feet. He's gone for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
He gets big. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Always onto this. Drogba! Caught offside that time. Tchouaméni. Mendy. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Dani Ceballos. Bellingham. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Ceballos. Vinicius Junior. He is just Vinicius Junior! He scores! Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Vinicius Junior.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's
Oh, he's been caught napping. Beckham. He's looking wide. Oh, he's played it in low. And the shot! He's got a goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
that's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
After 68 minutes is number 10, Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Vinicius Junior.
Nuno Mendes. Beckham under intense pressure.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Pedri. Good spot, he's seen the run. Hits one! Yes! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Number 10,
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter. And
Can he finish? And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Olise. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Doku.
Climbs up big! Keeper's got his work done. Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter. Camavinga. And Dani Ceballos. Vinicius Junior. Ceballos.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he's got a sight of goal.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rudiger. Here's Tchouaméni. He's been picked out.
Vinicius Junior.
And that is that. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're
Mohamed
expecting
Salah
traffic
on the
to be
score
heavy
sheet
after the
3
final whistle
times.
today.
Very much the man. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see,
Hello,
we are
everybody,
all
and
set.
welcome to
The game
today's
should be
match.
a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. We have already started here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Over to the other side. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and the counter is on. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
And time after time, it is a tale of the... And the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, Lisa really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Akanji. So we're still where we started right now. Musiala. And he's forced to go back. Politano is onto it in a flash.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's played him through. Nice control. Cleared without hesitation. Messi. That's Politano. To McAllister. Half an hour played now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Haaland! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's hoisted clear. Some good work on the right flank here. Olise, Cambiasso wins the duel this time. Haaland. Neymar. Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Mohamed Salah, he's had it! There it is!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
After 44 minutes is number 10.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Mohamed Salah.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Those of you making their
I
way
think
home
on the
from
whole
public
the team linked up
transportation
very
today,
well and
please
has been
watch the screens
organised,
for train
hence
departure
their
times from
position.
all
They can
local
afford
major
to be a
stations.
little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So off we go once more.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Alexander-Arnold. Bastoni looking to provide the solidity his team so need. João Neves. João Neves. Brilliantly cut out. Elise.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Drogba.
That was lovely, that.
Mohamed Salah. And he won't reach that. Still just a single goal between the sides. That's really well manoeuvred. Drogba. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
The
Politano.
attendance for this match was
Your impression so far, Jim?
70,987.
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Rodri. Elise. Beckham looking to get on the end of this. That's good play. Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
Inter showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pedri!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Politano.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Look at the space here. Now it's Messi. Now it's Haaland.
Inter need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Now it's Beckham. And here's Mohamed Salah. Beckham is flagged offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Olise. Number 10, Mohamed Salah. Number 21,
Musiala,
Didier Drogba.
Ricky Puig.
Coming on the field, number 13, Doku. Number
Musiala.
4, Phil Foden. Number
They've got to make this
18,
nice and quick.
Mbappe.
Interesting
Substitution in
ball.
progress.
Can he put it
Has been
away? Unspoiled
indicated.
kindly here. And that is the last effort of the game. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a
And we
ride.
come to you now with a quick request
How do
for
you look back on
support
the game then,
from our
Jim?
charity
And
fund,
there's a lot
Chance
more
in
to read into
Football.
this game than just the scoreline.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And as you can see, we've already started here. Martinez gets it away. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Keeper's dealt with that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Pedri. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Tries to get it clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Fermin. Olise. Drogba.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Rafinha. There's the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He's got space in the area. He's got tall. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Fermin. This is promising. Pedri. Good spot, he's seen the run. Olise. Great ball, and he's in here. Mohamed Salah! They've scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. So what's your view on that goal then?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Number 10, Mohamed Salah.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Now it's Rafinha. Very nicely done. Now it's Pedri. Now it's Rafinha. Mendes getting this one clear. Rafinha with the short one. Pedri! Well, now it's a race for the ball. This time, surely! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Suarez is offering a right smile there.
They've played it short. Pedri. Can he put it away? That is decidedly lacking.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Elise.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
And here's Drogba. Yamal making good progress on the... Here's the whistle for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter,
Security
I'm just
staff
thinking
for
of
each
the
block.
best way to
Please
describe
report
that.
to the staff room
Frantic,
immediately.
frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So both teams emerge. It's Salah! Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Nice control. That's a decent clearance.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Yamal. And Fermin. Well, the counter could be on here. Nice bit of trickery. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mohamed Salah. And we're not going to make any further progress now.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
Pedri. And it's Drogba. And Alexander-Arnold. He's in, surely! And the shot! No mistake! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Oh, played through for the wide man. That is good alertness. Koundé. Pedri. Balde. Casado. Yamal. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Olise. Into the last quarter of an hour. For Olise. And he was quick to react. Koundé. And here's Yamal. Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9.
Barcelona
Suarez.
choosing to make the first change.
19, Yamal. Coming on the field, number 17, Isaac. Number 10, Messi.
Pedri. Beckham. And he's in on... hits one! They are rampant! And they are cruising away.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for.
Goal!
Very telling.
After 86 minutes is number 21, Didier Drogba.
So now the difference is 3. Casado. Koundé. It's Pedri. Fermin. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, he's in! Oh, this is a shot at goal! He's got a goal! Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And the number on the board is 3. Rafinha. And the referee brings it to a close. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Drogba voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
For an information bulletin from the
What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello,
Without a
everybody,
doubt,
and
it is the
welcome
week's
to
most
today's match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Hit into the middle. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Bruno Fernandes can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Diallo gets flagged offside. And he's there to retrieve it. And that is a little undercooked. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Bruno Fernandes is one of the truly outstanding midfielders. He's someone I see as being arguably...
Now the finish! He's delivered all right!
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Diogo Dalot.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Shapes to shoot. Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, and it's such a good effort. And maybe the target really should have been hit.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for the run. He can run onto that. Beckham. Olise. Looking for options for movement. He's in here! And he's taking no chances there. It's a mighty effort! Olise! He has done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
The goal scorer after 30 minutes is...
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
The pass has gone astray.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And Ahmad! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And it's Salah. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's Drogba! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete!
After 40 minutes is number 21, Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Olise.
There will be 3 minutes at a
And the
time.
whistle's gone, presumably for offside. De Ligt. And he's intervened well there. Olise. Olise on a charge down the... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
And now,
Well,
to
what a
all
half.
members of the
It's been
crowd,
pulsating
I'd like
and
to ask
totally
you to join
absorbing.
me
We're
in
actually
wishing
headed
our
for a
birthday boy
potential
a
classic
very
if this
special
carries on.
birthday.
This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. That gets things going for the second half. No changes at half-time that we're aware of.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There will be a throw-in. That's very neat. Diogo Dalot. Keeper has taken decisive action. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Pedri! Sticks it away! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
Petri! Petri!
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Showing great feet there. Crosses it in.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
The attendance for this match was 72,000.
The referee's had a good look and given a corner. And it's been taken short. And he's quick to get it clear again. And now they can spring out of defence. Look at the space, it's Salah! And that has fair fizzed.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
Diogo Dalot. And it's Eriksen. Ahmad. He is through here. Ahmad! No mistake. Right back in the game. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Number 16, Ahmad.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Alexander-Arnold. Beckham. Now this can he put it away? Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
There's the header. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think he deserves credit for getting something away, given that he had to contend with a double dose of closing down.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Rashford looking here to chip it through.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Olise. Beckham in acres of space out wide. Big chance! Oh, taken with style! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Alexander-Arnold.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
That has been knocked clear. Garnacho. Olise. Eriksen. Zirkzee. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Pedri, and it's Salah.
So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
I'm
Well,
afraid
you see,
to tell you
claiming the
that we're
man of the match
expecting
award,
traffic to be
and
heavy
there
after
is
the final
very
whistle
little room
today.
for argument.
Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so just... Well, games at this level don't come too much bigger than this one.
Hello,
90
everybody,
minutes to
and
decide
welcome to
whether they
today's
can
match.
take the big step
And
up.
please welcome our
The
lads to
manager
the
has challenged his
field.
players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Here comes the corner. Header! No, not the best of headers. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Alexander-Arnold. Still goalless at the moment. Beckham. Pedri. Drogba. Passing is crisp and sharp. Good spot, he's seen the run. That is lovely. Climbs up big! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kimmich. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
Hey, you make it sound so simple. Gently done. Bastoni gets good distance on it. And it's De Bruyne. And here's Haaland.
Come to you
Remains
now with a quick
goalless.
request for support for our
How's the
World
first half
Charity
compared with
Fund.
your expectation?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. It's Salah! Mo Salah! Sensational!
And you know, this could well prove to be a pivotal moment in the match too. One of the star names scoring an absolute cracker to change the complexion of this second half. In front once more and with momentum.
After 50 minutes is number 10.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Has a go! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
After 55 minutes is number 10. Mohamed Salah! Mohamed Salah! Mohamed Salah!
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Great ball if he can get there. De Bruyne.
The attendance for
Good
this
looking
match
ball.
was 71,649.
And here's a chance! Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping, and it's come back out to him. It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Number 4, Kylian Mbappe.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Beckham. Oh, it's Beckham. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here. Galatasaray really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Substitution on the field, number 22, Olise. Coming on to replace him is number 13,
Out
Doku.
again for a throw-in.
Substitutions taking place.
That's headed upfield. That is good strength. Hakimi. Mkhitaryan. Showing great feet there.
Yeah, this kind of bold running.
It's a mighty effort! Mohamed Salah with 2 goals already to his name. I think we're just about done here. De Bruyne.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Beckham. Doku. He rises! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Substitution on the field, number 10, Mohamed Salah.
So, time for changes
Number
on
21,
both sides, actually.
Didier Drogba. Coming on the field,
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end
number
much faster.
18, Mbappe. Substitution.
That's very neat. Terrific header. And that is the last effort of the game. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
What a game, what a performance, and right when they needed it, Peter. How many teams have in the past got it so wrong on the day and took a long time to recover, or worse? I just think we should offer our congratulations.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our charity fund, Chance in Football.
So without question, it is one of the most awaited, most
everybody, and
anticipated
welcome to
days on the
today's
footballing
match.
calendar. So many teams, so
Everyone,
many
please welcome the
ambitions,
two sides.
and only a handful will go forward to achieve those ambitions. That is the nature of our fascinatingly competitive game. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And we're underway. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Defending of the desperate variety. Mendes is there and he can get that clear. Marcola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kvaratskhelia! That's got him rattled. Upamecano attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise. Drogba. Oh, nice. It's Drogba! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Rodri wins the duel this time. And it's Salah. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And hits one! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nuno Mendes, Drogba. And the keeper's in command. Doué. He could be in here. Doué. Oh, he's found him in space. Swept in.
That's good defensive concentration.
Still goalless. Olise, and it's Drogba.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is he's having a go. And through to the goalkeeper. And the counter is on. Olise. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Mohamed Salah. It is a corner. Mendes clears it away. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Marquinhos.
2 added minutes
And
has been
Hakimi.
indicated.
And it's Dembele. Beckham. And there is the half-time whistle.
Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again.
So neither side has yet broken through.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to...
And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Salah. Beckham. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah going face-to-face with his great rival. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side.
The attendance for this match was
Kvaratskhelia.
71,898.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Pedri does well to stand firm and defend it. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Referee has just said play on.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Olise. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mohamed Salah will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Barcola. Hakimi. And that's been won straight back. And he's gone back. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Drives it in. And he's there to clear it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Doué, Kvaratskhelia, And the whistle goes, so nearly a telling finale, but it ends 0-0. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, that's it for tonight's match.